Hi, in today's class we are going to discuss the notion of intonation as an aspect in English phonology. This is found in chapter 15 in the Peter Roche English Phonetics and Phonology book. So the content outline of these slides are: we are going to discuss the suprasegmental phonology notion, intonation, pitch, fundamental frequency, form and function of intonation. Well, so what is suprasegmental phonology? Suprasegmental phonology seeks to identify the vocal effects that extend over more than one segment, such as in stress, pitch, juncture. It is also called prosodic phonology or prosody. Suprasegmental phonology seeks to identify phonological features that extend over the segment level. Well, so suprasegmental phonology seeks to identify features related to intonation, stress, and juncture. In fact, it studies these three phenomena because they extend over the segment level. They influence words, sentences, and utterances. Well, so what is intonation? Intonation can be described as the movements or variations in pitch to which we attach familiar labels describing levels. For example, high pitch, low pitch, and tones, falling, rising, leveling, and so on. Another definition of intonation is a term used in the study of suprasegmental phonology referring to distinctive use of patterns of pitch. So, generally speaking, intonation is studied from three different aspects. The first one is articulatory phonetics, the production phase. How do we pronounce or how do we produce intonation? It is related to the vocal folds. So, in the vocal folds, we produce the intonation. How it is transmitted, and we study that from acoustic phonetics aspect, which is related to a concept called fundamental frequency, and also the auditory phonetics, how it is perceived by hearers, the perception point of view, which is related to pitch that we are going to discuss later in later slides. Well, so briefly, intonation produced, transmitted, and perceptible according to the following. The first phase is the production phase, which is located in the vocal folds. The transmission phase is the next phase, which is studied through the fundamental frequency aspects. The perception is mostly done by the pitch level. We have high and low pitch. So all of these are related to the speaker and hearer prediction and perception of intonation. So what is pitch? Pitch, it is a feature of suprasegmental phonology. It is the constant changing in the voice of the speaker in the normal speech. Pitch is described in terms of high and low. Well, so what is fundamental frequency? Fundamental frequency, it is related to the acoustic phonetics that studies the transmission of intonation. It is the auditory sensation experienced by the hearer. It is the rate of vibration of the vocal folds which physically measurable and related to the activity of the speaker. Or it is a term used in acoustic phonetics. It refers to the lowest frequency component in the complex sound wave. It corresponds closely to the pitch movement. There is a question. Why is the speaker's pitch important? In fact, it is because it carries some linguistic information. For example, it gives the attitude of the speaker, the reaction of the speaker, and so on. Well, so another question, What are the conditions that make the pitch linguistically significant? First, to be under control of the speaker. Second, must be perceptible by the hearer. Third, the awareness of the presence of the contrast in the phonemes. Well, so what are the forms and functions of intonation? Before that, we need to study what is meant by utterance. Utterance, in fact, is a continuous piece of speech beginning and ending with a clearer pause. It refers to the unstudied piece. An utterance is what a speaker say and then followed by a pause. Okay? We need to study the tone, which is the smallest unit of intonation. Tone, in fact, it is the overall behavior of the pitch. It can be either level tone or moving tone. In some languages, we have tones that change meaning. For example, in Chinese language, there are 4 tones that each of them carries a different meaning. While in English, they do not change meaning, but they add some description or some, let's say, a coded meaning. Well, so what are the types of tones in English? In fact, there are 4 different types. The first one is the level tone. It is the study of behavior of the pitch without rise or fall. What does that mean? If I say, are you hungry? And we say, yes. There is no rising and falling in my intonation. Okay? Intonation means التنغيم باللغة العربية احنا نسميه. Okay? So tone here وحدة قياس الانtonation. The second type is called moving tone. It is behavior of the pitch that rises and falls. Moving tone, same question. Are you hungry? And say yes. هذا النزول والصعود بالتون إلى معنى ضمني. Okay? التونز باللغة الإنجليزية لا تحمل معاني لكن there are coded meanings. يعني معاني متضمنة. Third type is called falling tone, a tone which descends from a higher to a lower pitch. Same question. Are you hungry? Yes. Falling tone. نغمة falling, ساقطة. Well, the fourth type is called rising tone, a tone which ascends from a lower to a higher pitch. Rising. Are you hungry? Yes. We'll study later, in later chapters about intonation, that rising intonation has a meaning of acceptance or agreement, while falling intonation means that you are bored and uninterested of what the speaker says. Well, this is the end of today's class. If you have any questions, please don't forget to post them in the comment section. We'll continue with, inshallah, with intonation in later episodes. Thank you. Bye.